2017. I missed Obama's signature on my certificate by like this much. I was very sad. And throughout the process, when I go home to visit my friends and families in Taiwan and Hong Kong and mainland China, every time they ask me the question, why would you choose to become an American citizen? And there are many, many reasons. But I think the most important one for me is the ideal that the United States of America stands for. And we, as a country, fall short of the ideal over and over and over, but we always try. And I think that's beautiful. So right now, I'm going home again in the summer to see my family, and for the first time since I came to the United States in 1993, I worry if I would be ever able to re-enter this country. So that is the state that we're in, and this is the life that we find ourselves in. So with that said, I'm going to put back my union hat. So I am the chapter president of University Professionals of Illinois. I know my local name, 4100. We represent the academic support staff, so counselors, advisors, admissions officers, and also the faculty members on campus at Eastern Illinois University. I want to thank the organizers for getting the event going and giving the community a chance to come together and share. That's beautiful. And it is extremely timely because of the May Day, and I want you to know that the Haymarket riot lasted more than one day, right? It wasn't just the day of May 1st. Actually, the most bloody encounter was May 3rd. So we're not technically too late. So the topic of labor is super broad, and I struggle to find something to land on to talk about today. And really, we are in a current political climate where we are just surrounded by dumpster fires. And so it is impossible for me to try to address everything. So I'm just going to share with you what organized labor means to me. Organized labor is a fight. It is the friction point between the folks who trade our work for a livelihood and the people who take our work and turn it into profits. It is the tension created when workers demand a fair share in the profits generated by our work. It is a struggle to prevent exploitations. The Christmas Carol shows us Ebenezer Scrooge and the lack of sympathy that he has. And the story wants us to sympathize with Tiny Tim. And it wants us to root for the redemption of the person who lost his humanity. Great story. But where Dickens went off script is that he thought it would take 3 supernatural ghosts to change this person overnight. There ain't no ghosts. We have unions. Labor unions struggled against the exploitation to bring us 8-hour work weeks, 8-hour work days, weekends, paid holidays, prohibition against child labor, scheduled and mandated breaks during your workday, work safety standards, and so much more. The way that everyone in this country works comes from the work of union labor. So organized labor is a fight. Organized labor is a fight. It is the struggle to awaken the awareness in all, except for the richest of the rich, amongst us that the economic system is set up to turn our work into profit. The challenge is to convince the paramedic who's making $25 an hour that their enemy is not the coffee shop barristers trying to get their wage up to $20.
Right, right.
The difficulty is in convincing people that offering free-to-use Narcans is not the reason why the rest of us struggle to pay our medical bills.
Yes.
The struggle is to explain that the death of cities and towns across America when manufacturing jobs pulled out of our country is not because of immigrants or drag queens.
Right, right.
Because this system is set up to exploit some people more than others, it is important for us as organized labor to bring everyone in. Because whether I make more than you or you make more than I do, we all workers are in the same fight. And this is why organized labor is the fight. Organized labor is the fight. It is the struggle to transcend sex and race so that we all fight for fair value of work. It is the fight to undo the racism and the sexism and the homophobia and all of the other exclusionary ideologies so that we can build a diverse, equitable, inclusive coalition.
Yes.
And labor unions were one of the key sponsors of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s work on social justice. And in turn, Dr. King often spoke of the importance of labor in liberation. Organized labor, like a lot of institutions in America, we don't always live up to that ideal, but we try.
We try.
Right? This is the fight to bring everyone in, because organized labor is about fairness at work. And there is no fairness at work when the female workers get less than men. And there's no fairness at work when Black or Latino workers are overlooked for promotion. So organized labor is the fight. Organized labor is a fight. Sometimes the struggle is violent. Labor struggles in the past often ended in bloodshed. Today, we benefit from the blood and the lives of our forerunners. The railroad strike of 1877 across the United States, dozens of striking workers were killed. The Haymarket riot of 1866 in Chicago, dozens of workers killed. The battle at Blair Mountain in West Virginia, 10,000 workers took up arms to face off the higher security guard of the mining company. Dozens of workers killed. The struggle of labor in the United States is dotted with these examples of violence. What drove those people to those violence? It was their failed attempt to make enough money from 1 day of work to feed their family for 1 day. That was why they took up arms, because they had nowhere else to go. Today, the struggle continues. Starbucks net profit for 2024, 8.2 billion with a B. Walmart net profit in 2024, 14.8 billion with a B. McDonald's net profit for 2024, $8.2 billion. And all of these companies and more still oppose raising federal minimum wage above 7.25.
No!
In Illinois, our minimum wage is about to go up next year to finally $15.
Yeah!
It is good, but man, I tell you,
Could be better.
10 years ago when we were, trucking ourselves up to Chicago to fight Rauner, we were already chanting $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted $15 an hour 15 years ago. This fight continues. The fight to make honest work pay off so you can support your family, that fight continues. That is why organized labor is the fight. So organized labor is the fight. We fight to protect workers against exploitations. We fight to get fair compensation for our work. We fight to build awareness and solidarity. We fight to form a coalition that is truly diverse, equitable, and inclusive. We fight to honor the successes paid for by the blood and lives of the previous generations. Yes. We fight because this is worth it. Yes. We fight because our lives depend on it.
Yes.
And we fight because we must.
Yes.
And so we fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight.
We fight.